So here is a picture for you of Elon Musk meeting with Nigel Farage, the leader of Britain's far-right party Reform UK, allegedly discussing how Musk will be donating a lot of money to Reform UK because he's not content with ruining American politics and becoming basically the de facto president. He wants to ruin European politics, and we've seen him supporting the AfD in Germany on Twitter recently. Yeah, this guy is just wanting to be Henry Ford, isn't he? Like, funding all the fascist groups around Europe and around the West. But I want to talk about this because, again, it just shows how there is no democracy in capitalism if your system is so fragile. An unhinged billionaire can basically pour as much money as he wants into any political party. So I just want to talk about this story quick. So Elon Musk considers making big donation to right-wing UK party led by Nigel Farage. It's a photo that sent a tremor through British politics. Musk flanked by Nigel Farage and a wealthy backer in front of a painting of Donald Trump taken this week at Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. The image suggests that Musk could soon turn his disruptive attention to the UK. Farage, Trump's highest profile British champion, confirmed talks are underway about Musk making a hefty donation to Farage's party. The Times of London reported it could be as much as $100 million, which would be far and away the largest political donation in UK history. The reports have sparked calls for Britain's rules on political donations to be tightened. We did discuss money, Farage said. That's a negotiation we will go back to and have again. He is not against giving us money. He hasn't fully decided whether he will. Britain has strict limits on how much political parties can spend on elections, but they can accept unlimited donations, as long as the donors are UK voters or companies registered in Britain. Musk's social network, Twitter, has a British arm with a registered address in London. Critics say that it is a loophole that allows foreign influence in UK politics. The voting watchdog, the Electoral Commission, is calling for changes including limiting the amount a company can donate, so it can't put in more money than it earns in Britain. The Commission's chief executive, Vijay Rangarajan, told The Guardian, "It's crucial the UK voters have trust in the financing of our system. The system needs strengthening, and we have been calling for changes to the law since 2013 to protect the electoral system from foreign interference." The Labour Party pledged during the summer to tighten the rules on political donations, though legislation is not scheduled in the coming year. Prime Minister Keir Starmer's spokesperson David Farage said Wednesday that work is already underway to reinforce safeguards against impermissible proxy donations. And I'm guessing Keir Starmer won't do anything to stop Elon Musk basically ruining UK politics. So to describe the political landscape of the UK to people, not realising why this might be so dangerous. Basically, you know, the Tories, of course, lost the election, but people saying it was a Labour landslide are really not painting a full picture. So basically, Labour did win a landslide in seats. Its vote share was down from both 2017 and 2019, which Jeremy Corbyn, remember, got very, very defeated in 2019, but his votes were still higher. So this election was not a reflection on the Labour Party being like really, really popular. It was more people were sick of the Tories, but also Reform did really, really well. So votes were picked up by the Greens, votes were picked up by Independents, and votes were picked up by Reform at the expense of not just the Conservatives, but also the Labour Party. So Reform is rising. Recent polling has them like even higher than the Tories and even higher than Labour and the Tories in some parts. So this is literally like a far-right party comparable with what we see in Western Europe, in Germany, in the Netherlands, in France. It's a mask-off like fascist party basically, and Musk is wanting to fund it. So even though, yeah, we do have some campaign finance laws about spending, all this money they're going to have to just plaster themselves all over the media, more so than Farage already is all over the media, is just going to keep increasing their support, and they might do well without him. So the thought of him funding them is just really, really depressing for this country. And again, you know, we don't have a democracy under capitalism anyway, even more so than a South African-born American can just dump 100 million into a political party of his choice in the UK because Twitter has an office there. Absolutely ridiculous. But also, to see what kind of politics we might be in for if Musk donates the money and Reform win or something. He did this recently in the US. So someone called Sam Stein did further investigation on the budget deal, which also killed cancer research for kids. So he writes, the decision by Republican leadership to scuttle a bipartisan funding deal left lawmakers scrambling and others bracing for a government shutdown. The initial deal that congressional leaders had agreed included a number of key priorities that were jettisoned by GOP leaders looking to calm Elon Musk and satisfy Trump, and now the slimmed down bill that Trump endorsed failed to pass the House. The list of provisions left in the dust heap was lengthy. The initial compromise bill included language to ensure that providers of internet services to rural areas weren't ripping off customers, to protect consumers from hidden hotel fees, to secure semiconductor supply chains, to restrict US outbound investment in China, and to prohibit deepfakes. All of those were gone in the next bill, but some of the hardest cuts to swallow involved medical research. In particular, the revised bill delivered a devastating blow to fight against pediatric cancer. This included ending funding for the Gabriella Miller Kids First Research Program, which was named after a 10-year-old Virginia girl who died from an inoperable brain tumor in 2013. The funding needed to be extended, and the bill that the current crop of congressional leaders agreed to earlier this week did just that, devoting an estimated $190 million to the program through to 2033. But by December 19th, the provision had been axed from the bill after Musk went on a Twitter rampage, tweeting that the bill was a Christmas tree that was antithetical to conservative small government ambitions, threatening to primary the lawmakers who supported it. So yeah, Elon Musk, the richest man on earth, tanked a bill that would have funded treating children's cancer, among other things that both Republicans and Democrats agreed on. So that's the type of democracy you can expect in the UK if Musk gets his way, where he can just influence members of a political party to vote the way he wants on certain things. And again, I hope in the long term, seeing that the US is an oligarchy no better than Russia, but just different to Russia, will help people realize they do not live in a democracy. Under capitalism, you do not live in a democracy. What kind of say do you have in your government as your average person? You don't have the same say as people with money, and Musk just proves this to an extreme degree. If you have untold money, you have untold influence on the government. You can essentially run the country without even being elected if you back the right candidate. And we've known this for a long time, but it's never been more naked than Elon Musk as this singular person basically buying the election for Trump and now influencing directly policy before Trump is even sworn in. And although the UK is in a better place, we can't get naive and think this couldn't happen here. And someone like Musk, or Musk himself, could destroy UK politics like he's intent on destroying US politics. And he has an axe to grind with Keir Starmer anyway, so that might motivate him to actually do this. So yeah, I absolutely hate this guy, and I really hope Keir Starmer or the Labour actually do something to protect us. They're absolutely fucking useless, but we just can't allow this unchecked money to flow into British politics. We already have enough dark money influence on our politics from the Israeli lobby and the Saudis. Don't need Twitter lobby now also influencing the government. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you made it this far, thank you for watching.